Hello, everybody, and welcome into the show. My name is Phil, and I am here, as always, with my co-host, Luke.
What's up, SHAF heads?
This is the SHAF Cast, a podcast all about video games, movies, and TV, with a little bit of drinking on the side. So, if you can join us at home, legally, of course, I would love for you to join us at home. Speaking
Only
of that,
legally.
Only legally, of course.
Unless, well, if the parents are away, the kids will play. So,
well, let's not.
Can't tell you. I'm not saying you should. I'm just saying, like, we're not going to stop you.
It does happen from once. Anyway, joining us today, we have a great friend of the show and a great friend of Luke's.
That's right.
Mitch, how are you doing?
Pretty good. How about you two?
Good.
Doing fantastic.
Mitch suggested the bottom bouncer from episode 5, I think it was.
5 or 6.
Yep.
Yeah, I think it was 5.
All right. Well, on today's show, we have, of course, the shot of the week.
Of course.
Where we take requests for what shots we're going to take during the shows in the future. We also have I Quizzed My Pants, where we will find a random quiz online, and wrong answers gives you drinks, of course. Mm-hmm. The very best, we'll pick the very best of something. Could be a name, could be anything. It's the very best of something. And then we also have buy, borrow, bury, a favorite on the show of mine. Not of the viewers, but of mine. The
viewers, I'm pretty sure they chant for it. You know,
do they?
B, 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 B. I can't leave my house without hearing that.
Really?
That's just swarms of fans.
That's great. I'm glad we're growing.
That's either fans or my hysteria. I'm not sure. I don't know.
A little of both, maybe. So, to start us off, what's everybody drinking today?
Yeah, what do you got, Mitch?
Let's start with the guest.
It is the Liftbridge Mango Pale Ale. I just learned that they're from Stillwater, Minnesota, which is pretty close to home. It's really nice, really light.
Yeah.
Nice.
I actually had that. I didn't recognize the name, but I recognized the can. Now that you showed the can, it's great beer. I love it.
It is.
I am drinking Voodoo Ranger Juice Force. It's an IPA. Force. It's a hazy imperial IPA, which means it's 9.5%, and that could get dangerous. But we'll see.
Why don't you go ahead and take a couple drinks of that?
Okay.
Oh, you poured it into a glass, fancy man.
I'm a fancy guy.
I think this is what you were drinking in episode 5. Mm-hmm. I guess we're just doing episode 5 again, but no. I'm drinking a White Claw Natural Lime.
The best kind.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, I'm happy to get into the show with you guys. It's first up, we're going to, obviously, the best reoccurring segment ever invented. The shot of the week. Very original idea.
Invented, but
very, very good. This week's shot is kind of recycled material. It's called the creamsicle shot, and it's with Irish cream, which we've had in the past, and orange juice. Just trying to get rid of some stuff.
Yeah, we've got a backlog of alcohol filling up. So we don't need to keep buying new bottles. We can just
right. And I believe it's just 1 part Irish cream for those at home, and 1 part OJ. And I feel like I've had this.
Wow, before. I didn't even check. I had just enough Irish cream. Oops. The tank fell in.
This is good.
But yeah, we have another bottle, but yeah, I just brought this one down. Yeah, I'm doing 1 shot of Irish cream, 1 shot of OJ.
Okay.
So it's gonna be a little bit of a bigger shot, but
well, cheers.
Oh, I drank mine already. It's good.
Oh well, like cheers in the past.
Cheers in the past. Man, it doesn't look appetizing.
No.
It's Is it supposed to curdle?
The pictures online did not show any curdling, so I feel like it was a misrepresentation.
Yeah, man, that curdles immediately, huh?
Yes.
Doesn't it? It tastes good.
It tastes good.
Yeah, I liked it.
But it feels doesn't feel good.
It's stodgy.
It's a little bit like drinking cottage cheese.
But try it at home. You know?
That gives a SHAF 2 thumbs up.
Absolutely.
That's also an original idea.
All right. Moving on after that delicious shot, we're going to get right into I Quizzed My Pants. This week, we're gonna do a quiz called 4 Movies, One Thing in Common. Luke, do you want to kind of explain what that is?
Yeah, it's basically just going to be 4 movie titles and then a list of things like, oh, the character has a dog. They're all Stephen King adaptations, stuff like that, and we have to find out which one is what those 4 movies have in common.
Okay. Well, yeah, I guess it's just right there in the title, huh, Luke?
Yeah, I felt it was pretty self-explanatory, but thanks for throwing it to me anyway.
I like to see.
I know I was lost until it was explained, so I appreciate it.
Okay, well, there's 15 total questions here, so that's perfect. Math.
5 apiece.
Yeah. So we will start with Luke. Let's play this. All right. So the movies are Pulp Fiction, Snatch, Sherlock Holmes, the 2009 version, and Cinderella Man.
Oh,
now,
God.
there are so many things that could be the answer here. Holy cow. Is there a character that is a cheerleader in all of these?
I mean, I'm pretty sure, yeah, in Pulp Fiction, they're all kind of cheerleaders, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just shooting each other. Man, I've heard of Cinderella Man, but I don't know what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God.
I think I know this one.
Oh, no.
But
Oh, no.
Oh, just one thing in common. Okay.
Yep. So
Okay, I'm there
either
now.
all 4 of these movies have a main character that is a writer. All 4 of these movies have sequels.
Okay.
Famous beach scenes in them. Just for the listeners at home, you know, like what are some of these
billionaires.
Lovers on the Run?
Oh, my God.
I know the answer too, Luke, but no pressure.
Yeah, I think us 2 know it, and Luke is just
I think
sitting here.
I'm going to say there's a boxing match.
I feel
Because I think Cinderella Man's about a boxer. All right.
You're correct.
All right.
that is correct. I'll go next.
Okay.
And then we'll get to our guest, Mitch. Jennifer's Body, American Beauty, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and Bring It On. Okay, so Bring It On makes me instantly go to a character as a cheerleader. I haven't seen American Beauty in a long time, and I don't feel like there is a cheerleader there. But there could be.
Really?
Is there?
Could
Is
be.
Is Megan Fox a cheerleader in Jennifer's Body? Let's
I
see.
haven't seen that movie in years.
Has a villain who is a nurse. Stars Liv Tyler. That's wrong. Main characters are sisters. No. Famous beach scenes. I'm just gonna go with my gut. A character is a cheerleader. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I'm right.
That's right.
Great.
Good
Great
work.
me.
I thought that one was pretty obvious, but...
Oh, this one's easy.
Okay, yeah. So this one is Mitch's. It's One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, High Anxiety, Misery, Cloud Atlas. Now, I haven't heard of the 2 middle ones.
You haven't heard of Misery? Oh, Misery's
one of the
good.
It's on. I recommend it. It was on HBO Max when I watched it.
Okay.
Mitch, that could be your homework to fill.
There you go.
Is that an older movie or?
Yeah,
Early 90s? Yeah, Kathy Bates.
Okay.
It's one of her most revered performances. It's based on a Stephen King book. I'm going to say has a villain who is a nurse.
Has a villain who is a nurse. I would not have guessed that if it's correct. And it is correct. Great job.
Good job.
I would have gotten that wrong.
Uh-oh.
Luke, it's on you. It's One Night at McCool's.
Never heard of
Jersey Girl.
Have heard of
Stealing
it.
Beauty.
Never heard of it.
Armageddon.
I've heard of that one.
Well, I'm gravitating towards one. I'm gravitating.
So you know what?
Towards
I
one.
know Liv Tyler. I know Liv Tyler is in Armageddon. I think she's in Jersey Girl too. So we're just gonna go stars Liv Tyler.
Stars Liv Tyler. And that's correct. Good job. I missed the button the first time. All right. I am up. Olympus Has Fallen. Independence Day. The Butler. Dave. All right. So Olympus Has Fallen. Independence Day. The Butler. I have not heard of The Butler or Dave. No, I've not heard of
The Butler. I've heard of The Butler. That was yeah, I don't remember.
It was Lee
wanna get too
Daniels'
much-
movie.
What'd you say, Mitch?
It was Lee Daniels, The Butler, I think.
Okay.
Oprah
Yeah,
was one of the
I don't
older
want to give
things.
too much away because I know the answer to this, but
Yeah.
I feel like I should know the answer. Olympus Has Fallen. Independence Day. They don't have famous beach scenes. I don't think their Lovers on the Run are in there.
they might be.
I'm gonna say features the White House. Let's see if I'm right. And I am correct.
You are.
Excellent.
Well done.
All right. Next up is Iron Man, Annie, Indecent Proposal, and The Social Network.
Oh, I think the Social Network is saving me on this one. And Iron Man features billionaires.
That is a great answer, and that's got to be correct.
Phil, let me ask you this. Do you know what the Indecent Proposal is?
Nope.
Okay. So it's like, I guess it's a billionaire. He offers a couple $1 million to sleep with the wife.
What?
Yeah.
That seems like a crazy... Who's in it?
I don't know.
That is
I
pretty
think it's been
recent.
redone a few times, but...
It's Demi Moore, and I want to say Michael Douglas. I'm
That
not
sounds right.
sure on that.
Actually sounds
Okay.
right.
Yeah, that's pretty indecent. Who's up next? Is it you, Luke?
It's me.
Okay, so we have we have Panic Room, My
Great
Girl,
movie. Sad movie.
the Karate Kid, and The Pursuit of Happiness.
fine.
I didn't know if you were going to say it's a great movie or not. I wasn't sure.
Yeah. I've actually never seen the original Karate Kid. I never saw
Okay.
it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do you see, what you've seen the one with Jackie Chan and little Will
Yeah.
Smith? What is it?
Yeah.
Jaden?
Yep. I have seen that one.
It's a terrible one.
That's regrettable.
Yeah. Yeah. It
The
wasn't
only
great.
thing that saves that movie is Jackie Chan is fantastic,
Mhm,
just as a
mhm.
person. He might not be great in that movie, but
Right.
he's a great guy. All right, what do these four
So
have
I'm pretty
in common?
sure. I'm pretty sure in the Karate Kid, they're lovers on the run. You know, just fighting karate.
Mhm.
Just doing karate.
Mr. Miyagi and
Nope.
the Karate
Nope.
Kid.
Jeez. Shoot. I don't.
Set in a radio station. All have sequels.
One parent families.
That
You got there
has
at the
to be
same
it.
time as I did.
That has to be it.
Yep,
That is
because
correct.
Panic Room is a mother and daughter. Pursuit of Happiness is Will Smith and his son.
Yeah.
It's got me there.
I believe it's my turn.
Yep.
I have Manhattan, Misery again.
Misery again.
All right. A lot of things happen in Misery. The
It's a
Royal
shame you haven't seen
Tenenbaums
that.
and Shakespeare in Love. Now, Shakespeare in Love brings me to Lovers on the Run immediately. But I don't think I've seen any of the other three.
You've never seen the Royal Tenenbaums?
No.
Oh,
I know.
that's a Wes
I'm
Anderson classic.
I am a failure. I'm going to guess it anyway because it's just a wild guess that I have. Shakespeare in Love. I mean, it has to be Lovers on the Run. It's not.
It's not.
No, that's
Nope.
wrong.
That's wrong. That's a couple drinks for you, bud.
I know. All right. Well, I got one wrong.
Mhm.
Next up, before I take
So,
these
yeah.
drinks.
I can do it. You take drinks.
Yeah, why
So
don't you go?
Mitch has got Practical Magic, Little Women, Frozen, and Ginger Snaps.
What was
I
that
had
last
Ginger Snaps.
one? Okay.
never heard of that movie.
I've heard of it. I feel like it's got a little redhead in it, and I'm not thinking Annie. But
Okay.
I could be way off base there.
I mean, just based on the name, you'd hope that somebody's a ginger, right? So since I know what the other first three are, I'm going to say main characters are sisters.
Main characters are sisters.
It's a good guess. It's a good guess. And it's right.
All right, Luke, you are up. It's From Here to Eternity, Chariots of Fire, Die Another Day, Moonrise Kingdom. How many of these have you seen, Luke, or heard of?
I've heard of them all. I've
Okay.
seen Die Another Day and Moonrise Kingdom.
Okay.
I've not seen Chariots of Fire or From Here to... I don't know that I've heard of From Here to Eternity. I mean, the name kind of rings a bell, but I couldn't tell you a single thing about it. Oofta.
Which ones are you seeing? Which ones?
I'm leaning towards wheelchair, but I don't know if that's true.
Wheelchair. For those at home, it's features a character in a wheelchair.
Right. Because I'm
just
picturing,
wheelchair.
I'm picturing wheelchair. Because I don't think it had. None of them have. Well, some of them have. Die Another Day has sequels because it's a Bond movie.
Mhm.
But none of the other ones I don't think have sequels. I don't think of Famous Beach Scenes. I don't think of Lovers on the Run. Don't think Golden Gate Bridge. And I don't think I think I gotta go wheelchair.
Features a
I'm
character
not
in a
confident.
wheelchair.
No, that's wrong.
No.
The answer was
Wait, hold on. I think it'll come back around.
Oh, it does come back. Okay.
I think
okay.
it comes back around.
Okay. Okay. Cool.
So,
All right. I won't blow
but
it
we
then.
know Mitch knows the answer.
I'm a movie nerd.
So hopefully it doesn't land on him, and we have to drink again.
Mhm. Oh yeah, my penalty.
Your penalty. Whose turn is it? My turn?
Mhm.
Yep.
Okay, so the four movies I have: Airheads. Do you know Airheads, guys?
Wait,
I've heard of
no,
it.
I was thinking
Fraser.
Coneheads.
Airheads was Brendan Fraser, Steve Buscemi, and Adam Sandler as a rock
Yeah.
band trying to make it. Love
I-
that movie.
I don't think I ever saw it, but I can picture the movie poster.
It's pretty great. Okay, so Airheads, The Boat That Rocked. Feel like that's all boats. Play Misty for Me. Good Morning Vietnam. That is a great one. So, set in a radio station, I know Good Morning Vietnam is Robin Williams being the radio guy.
Mhm.
And Airheads is a movie where these three airheads that have a band, in order to play their music at a radio station, hold up the radio station, commit crimes to just play some music on the air.
Oh, okay.
So I'm going to say,
have you ever
set
heard
in,
"Play Misty for Me"? Have you ever heard of that?
No.
No.
No. The Boat That Rocked, I don't know what that one is either. But
Right. It makes me think of, there was a movie like back in the early 2000s, I think, called Pirate Radio.
That's what I was thinking of too.
okay.
But yeah, I don't know if that, yeah.
Well, just because of the other two, I'm going to say set in a radio station, and I am correct. So that is good.
Good work.
All right. Next up, we have San Andreas, Star Trek Into the Darkness, The Core, and Pacific Rim.
It's not Into the Darkness, it's just Into Darkness.
Into Darkness, The Core, and Pacific Rim.
I actually really like that Star Trek movie a lot.
It was very good. Benedict Cumberbatch as Khan. Oh my god.
Yeah, he rocked it. I have not seen the other. Oh, I guess I've seen Pacific Rim too. It was okay. It was too long.
Agreed.
But based on, sorry, Luke. Based on all of that, I'm going to say Golden Gate Bridge is destroyed.
I would have to agree with you. I don't remember the scenes, but I feel like that's a good, educated guess there. And you are correct. All right, Luke. True Romance, Badlands, Wild at Heart, Natural Born Killers.
So I haven't seen any of these,
Mm-mm.
but I already know. I've never heard of Badlands or Wild at Heart. I've maybe heard of them, but they don't ring a bell. I know True Romance and Natural Born Killers are about lovers on the run.
Lovers on the Run. Great job. All right, here I go. Spider-Man, Lethal Weapon, Underworld, Evil Dead. Well, there's Spider-Man 1, 2, and 3. There's Lethal Weapon 5,000, I think. This one, I'm not sure. I can't remember how many.
Lethal
there
Weapon
were.
in space.
There's an Evil Dead 2. I'm gonna say all have sequels.
That's a good call.
correct.
Oh, this one is too easy. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, no, that's okay. So it's X-Men, Rear Window, Forrest Gump, and Unbreakable.
Yeah. So with X-Men, you got Xavier, Rear Window's the main character, and then of course Forrest Gump and was it Forrest who was in the wheelchair, or was it someone else?
It was Lieutenant Dan, I believe.
There you go, Dan. Yes, and then Unbreakable, of course, the great Samuel L. Jackson,
Glass.
Mr. Glass. Yeah.
Yeah. So
my special power is my bones are very weak.
I'm smart. My bones are weak.
so yeah, definitely wheelchair.
That is correct. Oh, maybe it doesn't come back around.
Oh, it doesn't come back around. Gosh.
So the one with From Here to Eternity, that's the one with that black and white scene where the man and woman are making love on the beach. Mm-hmm. It's that really famous where the wives wash over them while they're doing it.
While they're doing it, yeah.
What were the other movies in that one? Can you?
Was it Die Another Day? I think was another
next.
one. Hit previous.
I'm hitting it. It's not working.
Oh, it's not telling us.
You know what?
But yeah, so From Here to Eternity was the giveaway, for sure.
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
This one. I got
that one.
And that's a main character as a writer?
That must be the writer, yeah.
Yep.
Got it.
Yeah. Misery and the other one. Yeah, there we go. Chariots of Fire, Die Another Day, and Moonrise Kingdom. So, Chariots, that's the one with the Olympics team where they run on the beach.
Right. I can't think of a beach scene in Moonrise Kingdom.
I've never seen it.
Okay.
I've never heard of Moonrise Kingdom.
That's another Wes Anderson movie.
Well,
is it?
Wes,
yeah.
I'm sorry.
Have you watched single Wes Anderson?
I have.
I don't really enjoy his movies very much.
They are quirky, aren't they?
They're very quirky. Mm-hmm. The SNL did such a good sketch on like if Wes Anderson did a horror movie, and it's so spot on.
I'll have to look that up.
Well, we got 13 out of 15.
Yeah,
and
not ideal.
Our guest got it perfectly right.
Right?
Yeah.
But we each got one wrong.
Yeah, if it weren't for us, I think probably would have gotten 100%.
So what happens at that point, Luke, you think?
That's a shot.
Oh, okay. You know what's the worst?
You know, yeah, the shot is now coated in.
And I'm going to put whiskey in this, and that's not going to be good.
I'm going to put vodka in this curdled mess.
Oh, my gosh. Oh, now it flakes off into the... It's not...
Don't do it, guys. Don't do it.
It's bits. It's got bits in it. Cheers. Oh, I don't want to.
We've done it. That's great. Oh, it's so good.
What in the hell?
That was terrible. But not the worst thing I've ever had.
In your mouth?
So, well, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, there's nothing implied by that.
Don't imply anything.
Don't imply.
All right. Well, that was I Quizzed My Pants. We almost got up to perfect, but your host failed you. But the guest was perfect. Great job, Mitch.
Well done, Mitch.
Thank you.
We brought on the ringer.
Yes, we did. Up next, we have the very best. This week's very best is the very best Michaels. The Michaels that we're going to be talking about are Michael B. Jordan, Michael Douglas, Michael Cera, and Michael Keaton.
Great Michaels.
I believe Luke should go first again.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Why not?
I'll do it. I was willing to let someone else do it, but I like all these Michaels. Michael B. Jordan, of course. I haven't seen any of the Creeds. I have also never seen any of the Rockies. So
all
but
right.
I know those are revered movies. Like, people love the Creed movies. He was great in the Black Panther.
As Killmonger, right? Yeah.
As Killmonger, yep. He's not going to be my pick. Michael Douglas is great. He was a 90s kind of actor. I think he's still in things now, but I can't really place much besides 90s movies. Michael Keaton, of course, was Batman in the first two. And then he was Falcon. Or not Falcon, Vulture in Spider-Man Homecoming.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he was really good in that. He's a really good actor too. But I have to go with my boy Michael Cera. He's this, he plays the same character and everything, but that's fine because I love him. He's a nerdy little, quirky little boy, and he was in one of my favorite series of all time, Arrested Development. So I'm gonna take Michael Cera and Arrested Development.
There's always money in the banana stand. That is for sure. Now,
it's one banana. What could it cost? $20?
Right.
One of my favorite shows.
It is a fantastic show. Arrested Development was so good. I love Jason Bateman from that show. I just love his kind of humor where he's just like
so dry.
It's dry and like he's just calm at every things are going wrong and he's just he's just calm.
He has to be the straight man in that show because all the characters around him are caricatures.
Right.
Yeah.
I always like the Jessica Walters' mom.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Lucille?
That the eye wink, whenever she did that wink, that over exaggerated it was so great. Every time it slayed me.
She has the medication she has to take.
Yeah.
She thought that the bottle was winking at her.
Yeah.
Suggesting that it was to be taken with alcohol. She's only
right. Oh yeah, Arrested Development is a great show. That's a good pick. Michael Cera, he is Michael Cera. He plays Michael Cera in all of his movies.
Yeah.
But it's always good. It's always good fun.
Plus he was in Juno, which I gushed about a few episodes ago. Love Juno. Yeah.
I'll go next. So Michael B. Jordan, I've seen Creed 1 and 2. They're fantastic. They're really, really good. If you ever, I mean, it's about boxing, so it's not like it might be niche for some people, but I feel like
it's
there's
a
much
good
more.
movie regardless of being about boxing.
Exactly. I feel like if you,
Sure.
I recommend to the people out there, watch the movie even if you don't like boxing, because it's good. They're good films.
Sure.
Michael Douglas. I just watched like a crazy mystery thriller with Michael Douglas called The Game.
Oh, was that?
Do you remember that one?
It rings a bell, but
Yeah.
is that Demi Moore also?
No.
I don't think
Does
so.
Michael Douglas only make movies with Demi Moore?
No.
No, but that one was super. I am a sucker for like mystery thriller movies. And that movie was fantastic. So he's got points up. Michael Cera's again so funny, super bad. Scott Pilgrim versus the World is super good.
One of my favorite movies of all time. How did I not?
100%.
Why did I not? Why did that not immediately come to my head? I still would have picked Hawaii. I don't know why I didn't say that when I was saying this shit he was in, but I still would have taken Arrested Development over it as my reason why he's the best.
Michael Keaton is a classic actor who's super good. Obviously, the Batman. First of all, he's not a good Batman. I don't like him as Batman. Yeah,
I think he's a good Batman. I think the costume was piss poor. Because
that's fair. That's fair.
He couldn't even
How
move.
do you act in that?
Yeah.
That is fair. He was a good Batman.
That was one of the best lines.
Anytime you look or you watch it, it's just
because somehow they decided Batman doesn't need to turn his head without moving his shoulders.
Right.
That was one of the best lines in Batman Begins. I think when he's working with Morgan Freeman about building the suit. He's like, you want to be able to to move your head? Huh?
I stand corrected. It was a good Batman. I feel like that just threw me off. Right.
Yeah, if you're about to say like Batman Forever and Batman and Robin were better than Batman and Batman, what was the second one? Batman
Returns?
Yeah.
Yeah.
However, one great song came out of, what was it? Batman
Kiss
and
from a
Robin.
Rose.
Yeah, that was
Forever. That was Forever, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Or was it Robin?
Also, didn't that one come up? Jewel, didn't she get famous off that movie too?
Oh,
with Foolish Games?
Yeah, that's
did
right.
Jewel too?
That's right. A lot of
Really?
The
Okay.
music is better than the movies, obviously, in those.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure.
But
I don't know. Arnold Schwarzenegger as Mr. Freeze. Chill out.
So
the
ridiculous.
one-liners,
Beautiful.
The one-liners were just cringeworthy and great.
Yeah.
The other thing you said, Spider-Man: Homecoming. Like, I love that movie so much because of one scene, not just because of one scene, but this is my favorite scene in the whole thing, is when they're driving to the dance. And he's like, they're having this tense conversation, and they're at a stoplight, and there's like Michael Keaton has like a red glow on his face because it's a stoplight, and then you see him like understand, oh, that is Peter Parker, and then the light turns green, and it's just a great cinematic. I fucking love that scene.
Because he's just you see him watching him in the rearview mirror and stuff, and very good scene.
And
also,
then
the other thing, Birdman was a very good Michael Keaton movie too. I don't know if you ever saw that, but
so lastly, Birdman with Michael Keaton is a great. Yeah,
sorry.
no, you're right.
Sorry, stepped on your toes a little bit there.
You're absolutely right. No, Birdman was critically acclaimed. I don't know what movie I'm gonna pick.
That's why you're picking it, huh?
I'm picking Michael Keaton. I'm picking Birdman, and I love Birdman. I've only seen it twice, but like, it was really good. So that's what I'm doing.
It was a really odd movie. It was odd, but it was
good.
odd.
I will give you that. Mitch, what do you feel about these four?
So, off the top of my head, Michael Keaton, I've probably seen the least amount of projects with him. I've seen Batman, but I haven't really followed his career after that. Michael Cera, of course, Arrested Development, and Scott Pilgrim are awesome, and of course Juno. But also, I always enjoyed Nick and Nora's Infinite Playlist with.
Right, that was a good one.
Yeah, I always thought that was it was a very solid movie for what could have been a very thin premise. I thought they carried it very well. Michael B. Jordan, I really only know him from his stint on Friday Night Lights, which is right before he became famous. So I'm probably going to have to go with Michael Douglas, just because I'm most familiar with his work. I've watched a lot of his early 90s stuff, so Indecent Proposal, Fatal Attraction, Basic Instinct, and he did that one show on Netflix that just wrapped the Kominsky Principle, I want to say.
With I've seen trailers and stuff, and I've wanted to see it, but I never watched it. Is it great?
It's called the Kominsky Principle?
Yeah, something like that. I only watched the first couple episodes when it came on Netflix, but I liked what I saw. The two leads, I can see his face. It's another older guy. They had really good chemistry on the show, and I thought I could see it having legs, and I think it went on for 3 seasons. But I was thinking about my favorite Michael Douglas movie, and I think I'd have to go with Wall Street. For what could have been a pretty boring subject, that movie just draws you in for like 2.5 hours, and it goes and it's really well. And I remember too, I think it was really well critically acclaimed back in the day too. So I think probably go with that one,
because that was with Charlie Sheen, right?
I don't remember who else is in it.
Okay,
I just remember him.
That was another callback to episode 5. When we were doing the movie posters, that was one of them we didn't get. Or I think we eventually did get it, but we had to skip around it a little bit because we thought it looked like the Goodfellas, or as Cole would say, the Goodfellas poster. But we got there. I think we got there.
Okay.
No, I'd say that's a solid pick. I have actually never seen it.
Solid pick. I saw it a long time ago, but I think I was too young to like really appreciate it.
Right.
Because it came out in the early 90s, so you probably saw it when you were 4 years old or something.
Well, I didn't go to it in theaters.
I was thinking about Michael Douglas. Really, the pinnacle of his career was when we were all children. So, all of it was R-rated, so we couldn't watch any of it till we got older. So it was kind of fun.
I know he's a good actor, and he's well loved, but I couldn't name you a specific movie that he was in just because it's been forever, or I just haven't seen them.
Yeah, I think too he had was it tongue cancer?
Oh.
Yeah, he had some kind of cancer involving his mouth, and I think that kind of impacted his acting for a while.
Sure.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Development. 78.
Ooh, that's a good score.
Development has a 78.
That's bullshit. I bet if this was,
it's probably season 3.
If seasons 1 through 3 were on it, I think it'd be good. If seasons 4 and 5, I bet dragged it down a little bit.
I forgot about the Netflix ones. I blocked those out of my memory.
See, now here's the thing. That's kind of a strategy. You might want to go for a movie in the future.
I know.
Just because like these television shows can drop off, and then they score 78.
I fucked up. I mean, it's still my favorite Michael Cera project. But,
yeah. Every time you watch, there's something new to find. Mm-hmm. I love that.
What?
I think it's just one word.
Birdman.
Yeah, just one word.
And it's got like a secondary title too, like the unexpected virtue of ignorance. 80.
Ooh, 87.
It's an 87. Wall Street. I feel like Wall Street is going to be in the 80s. I don't know if it's going to be. I don't think
not that high.
90s.
No,
but it could though.
It definitely could.
So Wall Street
might be too old.
See all results.
No, it'll have.
It's the wolf.
There it
obviously.
is. There it is.
No, it's yellow.
Oh, that's not good.
56?
No.
What?
56?
No way. 16 critics are wrong.
Yeah,
So
I mean, it is
8.5
Eight-
is
8.5?
probably
The
a better.
You know it's a 90s movie when it starts with the World Trade Center, right?
Oh, God.
Wow. I lost that
That's
one.
right.
Oof, duh. Oof,
That-
wow.
I should have went with. I probably should have went with like Fatal Attraction or something. I bet those scored better.
Should we check?
Yeah, out of
Yeah, let's-
curiosity, let's see
yeah.
what Fatal Attraction did.
There it
I
is.
see green.
That had
I
a
see
green on it.
in there. Not 67.
67.
I thought it said
Oh.
97. I was like, oh man.
Can we look up Michael Douglas? I don't want to like spoil
Yeah.
it for future episodes.
I don't think we're going to come
not gonna
back to
pick
Michael
the best
Douglas.
Oh, another Michael Douglas one that's good is Romancing the Stone. It's a fun little action adventure
I've
movie.
always meant to go around
Romancing
and
the
watch
Stone,
that,
yeah.
but I never did. Oh yeah, he plays the old man in Ant-Man.
Yeah.
That's right.
Is that his dad, or is that just like a professor?
70. Ant-Man and the Wasp has a better score than
Wall Street. That's so
Wall
wrong.
Street? That's ridiculous.
I mean, Marvel, they spit out hits. All right, they spit out hits.
That's just incredible. I heard a Quentin Tarantino interview where he said Marvel superheroes aren't movie stars,
Mm-hmm.
right? Just recently, he was just like, these people who are playing superheroes are not movie stars. People don't like the actor; they like the character, the comic book character. Now,
I wholly disagree with that, but
I feel like
Sure.
I'm halfway.
I mean, tell me you didn't shed a tear when Robert Downey Jr. died. Tell me.
That's absolutely
That's
I did.
acting. That's acting.
I understand. I've cried
Also-
a bit in Marvel movies. I have cried.
Also, Wakanda Forever. Oh my god.
I haven't seen it yet.
You'll be crying like a goddamn baby.
Mitch, you haven't seen it yet either?
No, I'm waiting for Disney Plus.
That's fair. Disney
enough.
Plus is such a great
Also,
streaming
so
service.
yeah, Tarantino said that, and then one of his guys that he has in his movies, Samuel L. Jackson, clapped back because he's Nick Fury in like all of the movies. He's like, I don't know what you're talking about, Tarantino. We put in the work. We do. What is a what is a movie actor like? I don't know.
Right. And you didn't even bury him on the last time we talked about him. I did neither. He's a good director.
Yeah, he is a good director. I think he's a good guy too. He's just, yeah.
I understand where he's coming from. Like, a lot of people want to see Captain America, not necessarily Chris Evans as Captain America, right? And
people see Black Widow, not Scarlett Johansson. Like,
Right.
what is her
People
marketability?
exactly. So I understand, but I halfway disagree. I think I'm kind of right in the middle there.
I disagree. I think they're great actors and they should keep acting, and Marvel should never stop making movies.
Well, I'm not saying they're bad actors. I think it's
No, I know.
yeah, it's just one of those things. Like, what
Is
does their
it
careers
art?
look like once they leave
Sure.
Marvel?
Sure.
Yeah. So,
Exactly.
but no, I understand.
Exactly. That was the very best, and I believe I won.
You did.
We'll
Congrats.
I mean, we already saw. Yeah,
We'll
you
see.
won. We'll see.
All right.
After
well,
we-
You won
just
this one.
so now we're moving on to buy, borrow, bury. And today we're going to buy, borrow, or bury sidekicks. From a
Fictional
TV show.
sidekicks.
Fictional TV show sidekicks.
Right.
And I feel like it's a little bit of an obscure one. It's a tough word sometimes, but
You nailed it, though.
thank you. So we're doing Niles from Frasier.
Toss salad and
Barney?
scrambled eggs.
Tossed salad and scrambled eggs is kind of weird, to be honest.
Oh,
Have you ever had salad and scrambled eggs?
No.
Hard boiled.
Yeah.
Hard
the
boiled. There you
sandwich.
go. Not. But it says. Wait, it says scrambled eggs. You don't put scrambled eggs in salad.
No.
That's fucked
That's
up.
weird.
Only Frasier.
He's so classy.
And then, so we're doing Niles from Frasier, Barney from The Simpsons, and Woody from Cheers.
That's right. I'm getting a little old school on this one.
We
We're
are.
getting a little old school on this one. Before we start, who has watched the most of these? Who has seen the most of these
probably,
shows?
yeah.
You think
I
Mitch?
would say Mitch, probably, yeah.
Yeah. Watched.
So have you watched Cheers all the way through, Frasier all the way through, and Simpsons up until...
like around the 30s-ish. 30s-ish
that's
season.
impressive.
Oh, wow. Words. 30-ish seasons.
Yeah,
Don't mess up words on this podcast. We're trying to be professional here.
Yeah. Sorry.
Luke, can you say 30s-ish seasons fast?
30s-ish seasons. 30s-ish seasons. Nope. I already fucked up.
So, yeah, you're right.
I had
All right,
to
so
remember
we're gonna
about
go.
that once.
We're gonna go with the person who has seen the most first.
Okay.
And
All right.
Mitch, why don't we start?
Sounds good. All right. So let's see. I think the easiest to call by for me would be Niles from Frasier. He actually ended up becoming my favorite character on Frasier throughout the run. Yeah, his comedic timing was impeccable, especially anything surrounding his crush with Daphne, all of the Maris jokes, and his physical comedy. He's in a whole other league. And also, on a personal note, had a massive crush on Niles / David Hyde Pierce.
Didn't we all?
Oh,
Didn't
dreamy.
we all?
So definitely would buy Niles. And then Borrow, I would say Woody from Cheers. He's a lot of fun on the show. I like his dumbness, especially when he's paired up.
He was always just the most ignorant about the world. It seemed
everything.
like everything that somebody brought up, he was like, wait, what is that?
But there was also like this childlike innocence to his character.
Yeah.
Like he brought enough of that to offset the dumb that you kind of appreciated him like he was a 5-year-old kid. And so then everyone else kind of propped him up on the show. They kind of kept him in line, kind of educated him about the world. So it's kind of fun to watch him grow and change over the course of the show. And a little bit of trivia about Woody. The only reason they brought him on was because the guy that played Coach on the first 3 seasons, he passed away mid-production on season 3. So then they brought in Woody as a new character to replace that role.
Oh, really?
Okay.
So, yep.
Okay.
Yep. So then the Barry would be Barney from The Simpsons, mostly because I find his character rather obnoxious. And he's funny, but he just doesn't add a lot to the show for me. So
Yeah, you're not wrong.
You're definitely not wrong. Yeah. Okay. So you bide. So
You buyed him.
I bought him.
So you bought Niles. You buried Barney, and you're borrowing Woody.
Borrowed Woody.
That's
Always got to
actually-
borrow some good Woody.
Just got just for the night.
Let him
I feel like
borrow a Woody. I usually wake up with Woody.
oh yeah. I mean, like when I wake up, it's to infinity and beyond. You know what I mean? like it's incredible how
There's a snake in my boots.
the snake in my bed.
That sounds like a you wish statement, but
Fair enough. I'll go next. So Niles from Frasier is, I believe you, Mitch. Niles from Frasier kind of makes the show after a few episodes, like he gets involved more, and like he is hilarious. And like the whole pretentious, like everybody's pretentious, like high and mighty kind of in that show, where it's like, yeah, we're a little bit better than people in that show.
Right.
So Niles is a really good buy, but I'm not sure if I'm going to buy him yet.
Oh,
I'm buying Niles. I'm going to buy Niles from Frasier. Yeah. I'm going to buy Niles. I'm going to borrow Woody from Cheers, because I haven't seen a lot of Cheers, but it's kind of like a lot of the other like New Girl. I've seen episodes here and there, and it's always funny. I've just never got around to like watch it through. And Woody's character from Cheers is hilarious in the fact that he's kind of a child, but and then Barney from Simpsons, he doesn't like say any funny jokes or anything.
He does have a couple of good lines,
right?
When I was researching like who we should do, like I came across like Barney quotes, and I was like, oh yeah, that was really good. Like he has these really weird moments of like clarity, like when he's not blasted out of his mind drunk. Like he just says these really funny lines, because you're expecting him to just be there, say a drunk line and burp.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's kind of like just like humor that like dads that drink a lot would be like, yeah, dude, like I don't know. It is
Barney,
funny.
Get it.
Yeah, it is funny, but he's slightly behind Woody because I haven't seen enough Cheers. I've seen more Barney than Woody, but what I've seen of Woody makes me want to borrow Woody and bury Barney.
Yeah, I definitely think you guys had great points. And this is different by borrow Barry, because we're not like, if I bury Barney, I'm not burying The Simpsons. Like I can't not watch The Simpsons ever again. It would basically be like the Barney scenes are cut out, which I'm fine with, because if this were a by Barberry with The Simpsons in it, I could not bury The Simpsons, because seasons 1 through 10 are like peak. Like I grew up with seasons 1 through 10 of The Simpsons, and I could not watch those episodes ever again. But yeah, I think I'm pretty much on the same boat as you guys. Barney doesn't add a whole lot to The Simpsons. He's still a good part of it every now and then, but I will also bury him. And Frasier and Cheers are, definitely older shows, ones that I grew up watching, just random episodes on like TV Land and shit. Like I never watched either one, front to back. I think I probably watched 70 to 80% of both shows, just over the course of random episodes here and there. But yeah, I do. Frasier's so ridiculous, just with their whole pompous lifestyle is just like, oh, they got, he mixed up a Pinot Noir with a Chardonnay.
It's great. It's great.
But Niles is so good in that, and the whole arc of he's crushing on Daphne the first 3 or so seasons, and they end up together, and it's so good. And so I think I just got to follow suit and buy Niles, borrow some Woody, that's all I got to say about that.
So you're gonna everybody's burying Barney, everybody's borrowing some Woody, and then we're all buying Niles. And I think that's correct, because I did that same thing.
You did. You did.
So let us in the comments, let us know if we're wrong, which we aren't ever.
Yeah, never.
Just let us know what you think.
We'll read your opinions and immediately disregard them. But
that's right.
We'll read them.
That was by Barberry. We all did the same thing, which I was slightly conflicted between Woody and Niles, but I've seen Frasier more than Cheers. So
yeah, and Cheers is a great show. Like, obviously, we wouldn't have Frasier without Cheers.
Mm-hmm.
For sure. So what's next?
Well, I believe we haven't went over any recent or upcoming news yet. And if you guys don't mind, I could start.
Go for it.
Absolutely.
Sounds good. So I don't know if either of you were watching, but Disney released the new trailer for Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny.
The Dial of Destiny, yes.
Yeah. It's supposed to be out, was it May? April? I don't remember. But
I don't remember either.
Harrison Ford's last adventure as Indiana Jones. He's like 80 something, and looks like Phoebe Waller-Bridge is playing his
goddaughter, I think they say in the trailer.
Yeah, so my guess is that they're setting it up where she's going to be the next Indy after he retires.
Right.
So,
which is so interesting because she is not who I would peg for Indiana Jones. Like, all I know her from is Fleabag.
Right.
Which is an amazing show.
Yeah.
But nothing like Indiana Jones.
Yeah, so it's going to be interesting to see how she handles the action adventure and the comedy that comes with that. There were some pretty decent comedic moments in there that I thought were decently silly for Indy, so looks like it has potential.
It seemed a lot more indie than Kingdom of the Crystal Skull.
Yeah, had a lot more of that 80s-ish adventure feel than the last one did, for sure.
Yeah,
I'm pretty pumped about it.
Some Nazis in there. Some
whips. Lots of whips.
A lot of whips.
But I think the last one, they really modernized it. And this is an adventure for today. And no one wants that.
And he survived a nuclear explosion in the fridge.
Yeah.
It's good stuff.
Like, if we could all do that, why don't we all just hide in fridges in the 50s?
Right.
Why didn't we all just do that? Yeah, no, that was a shit show. Kingdom of the Crystal Skull.
So when is that one coming out? Do you know?
They said it's definitely next year. It's between like April and May, I believe.
Okay.
I'm looking it up right now.
But no, the trailer looked really good, and they had some shots of like they de-aged Harrison.
And June 30th.
June 30th. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
And yeah, the de-aging looked really good and stuff.
Yes, it did.
That technology is coming along well.
You're absolutely right, Luke. Do you have any news?
Kind of. Not a whole lot. I guess one that I'm looking forward to that's coming out this December. Yeah, it's December now. Look at that.
I know, right?
It's Avatar: The Way of the Water.
Yep.
Which I know, Avatar's a mixed bag. You know, it's you love it or you hate it, I guess, basically. And I loved it. I thought it was great. I'm looking forward to seeing what James Cameron has in store for the second one. And I know there's planned other sequels, so it's kind of going to depend on how this one does, if he releases it, if they continue working on it and stuff. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see where the story goes and what he does with this. But I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to go see it.
I watched Oh, sorry, you go.
No, did you watch the first Avatar in theaters in 3D? Both of you?
Multiple times.
Okay. What about you, Mitch?
And the 3D was phenomenal.
Right.
Yeah. It's probably the only movie that I've seen in 3D that I thought the 3D was worth it. And so I'm going to see this one in 3D too, and hopefully it still holds up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Did you watch it in theaters, Mitch? In 3D?
I did a couple of times, both times in 3D, and I would be I'm in the same perspective as Luke. The 3D in Avatar was so amazing. You felt like you were immersed in what was going on, and a lot of the movies just adopted that, but it made it gimmicky, where just things popped out at you versus adding to the movie experience. So I'm hoping that James Cameron is going to go to the next level with it, really get that 3D going. The special effects are going to be next level, and he's been working on this for what, 1 billion years already?
10 years at least.
Yeah,
I think 1,000,001 years is the actual.
yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Because when did Avatar 1 come out? Like
2000.
Is it 2010?
Yeah.
That sounds right. So
Yeah.
I mean, it's been
12 years.
and it is a bit of a stretch to try to release a sequel now. Most people, they either wait 20 plus years to do the sequel, like, hey, we're remaking this old movie into a sequel and stuff. But yeah, this is kind of just like stuck in the middle of, it hasn't been long enough, or it's been too long. So
Yeah.
it's a little weird, but yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
This will be the
super
first
excited.
one that I go to the theaters for in probably 2 years. So, yeah, it worked.
It worked.
James
It worked.
Cameron's getting people back in the theaters.
One time.
One time.
I do feel like the 3D craze back in the day, in the 2010s, it was a craze, but James Cameron actually did it, where it wasn't like, here I'm directing things that like actually come out at you, right? Like, just because 3D, he just did 3D perfectly. Whereas, like, do you guys? I went to a crazy movie in 3D.
Was it Piranha 3D?
No, it was Jackass 3D.
I remember that.
Oh.
I went to that in theaters because I was like, oh, 3D and Jackass? Love that.
Sign me up.
And then it's obvious. I mean, it's obviously that it's not an actual movie, but like they were making stunts and stuff for 3D, but it almost was better than the actual other movies back in the day that were making things for 3D. Like the other movies, they weren't. Avatar was fucking amazing in 3D. All the other movies, I was like, I will spend less dollars to not be in 3D.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Same.
I'm excited.
Right.
I'm super excited for Way of the Water. The other thing that I have been excited about, it's not upcoming. It's recent. It just came out 1 day ago.
1 day ago.
And I played at least 5 hours of it this morning.
Wow.
Just straight, because it's very good. It's Marvel Midnight Suns. So
Oh, okay.
if you've ever played XCOM, or if you're a fan of tactical RPGs, right? Like Final Fantasy Tactics, right? Back in the day. Or like Mario Rabbids, if you're a Switch user.
Yeah,
is a good
to even like a series that's been going forever, Fire Emblem.
Fire
like
Emblem,
that,
exactly.
Right.
It's like a grid based, basically.
Exactly.
RPG, but
it's fucking amazing. I've had a lot of fun with it. So
yeah, that's cool. I'm not a big deck builder fan, but it does look cool. One of the reviews that I watched said that, obviously it's not a cover shooter. Like in that XCOM, you're basically regular humans, fighting against aliens, and you need to find cover, and take shots when you can. Superheroes don't take cover, so it's more offensive than that. You need to go in guns blazing and just you try to overpower enemies before they overpower you, I guess. But
right,
so
yeah,
that got me more intrigued.
Yeah. There's not a lot of cover like that strategy involved. It's just like the abilities on the cards, their abilities that like make it a lot of fun, and then you can like have 3 superheroes on every battle. And like you can customize each superhero's abilities, and it's a lot of fun. I recommend it to anybody who wants to spend $70.
Yeah, I'm not going to spend $70 on it, but man, if it comes to like Game Pass, or if it gets down to like $20, maybe I'll check it out. But we'll see.
I'd be in the same.
So that's what we were excited about. I think next up is homework.
Right.
What was our last homework? You had homework from me, and I believe it was
Luckiest
Dead to
Girl
Me?
Alive.
No, that was my homework to you.
Oh, I thought that's what you said.
Oh, you had homework from me. Yours was Dead to Me,
Right. Yes, I gave you Dead to Me.
and you said watch 2 episodes, and you'll fall in love, and I did. So I watched the whole first season.
Hell yeah.
The show, it's like a murder mystery, dark comedy show on Netflix called Dead to Me with Christina Applegate and what's the other one? Linda
Cardellini.
Cardellini. Yeah. And it has been a revelation. It's so good.
Yeah. It is
I've
good
had
stuff.
so much fun with it. So thank you for that homework. So I'm going to continue to watch that for sure. My other homework from our last guest, John, was Vampire Survivors. And oh boy.
Yeah, we've fallen into that pit, haven't we?
I've fallen into Vampire Survivors. I'm not, I haven't been, it's just like such like a rewarding, semi-mindless game. It has no reason to be so good.
Right.
Exactly.
And it's such a simple little game. I think it was basically made by one person. I think it was picked up by a studio now, but yeah, I mean, I think it was just, some guy was just like, I want to make a game where you just walk around and basically auto fire at enemies, at hordes of enemies. And yeah, you get new weapons and you make those new weapons stronger. And yeah, it's such a simple concept that I wish I would have done, because now I would have been like a millionaire or something, but whatever.
But you're not,
not smart enough for that. I beat you to it, you fucker.
No, but that's an amazing game that is on Xbox Game Pass if you have that. It's also on Steam for like, I don't know, was it $3 or $4?
$10? Is it only
10?
that? I don't know. I haven't checked.
I didn't look at it in Steam when it came on. So
John was so gung ho about this game that he gifted it to me on Steam. He's like, just fucking play this game.
Okay.
So,
Mitch, have you played this game?
I have, actually. Yeah.
On Steam or on what?
I'm playing it on Xbox, actually.
Okay.
Oh, you are.
John had recommended it to me as well, and I kind of ignored him because he was so over the top about how much he loved it. And then it showed up on Game Pass, and so I just gave it a go because one of my other friends was saying how fun it was, and I went, okay. Now I got 2 people saying I should try this game. All right, I'll give it a go. And yeah, I've put in hours upon hours just walking around these maps, grabbing items, and just watching all these enemies just die. And it's so simple, but it's so effective, and you lose track of time when you're playing it. I love it.
Right. It's so true.
You get a good run, you look up at the time, and you're like, oh shit, it's been half an hour.
Yeah. You forget that it's a half-hour real time, not just half-hour game time. Yeah.
Right, yeah.
If you got Game Pass, there's no reason to not at least give it a shot. I mean, it's an incredible, just simple, little fun little game. Yeah.
It's super fun. So I've done my homework. I've done extra credit, I think.
You did?
Both
you
of
watched
these homeworks.
Yeah, you probably played more than... I don't even know if John gave you, like, play an hour of Vampire Survivors or whatever,
Try
and I
it
said
out.
I said the first 2-3 episodes or whatever, Dead to Me, and you went 9 episodes. So yeah, I'd say
great homework.
You did extra credit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Moving on, I also got homework from John. That was to listen to the Rex, one of his favorite bands, which I did, and he gave me 5 songs. I really liked 2 of them. The other 3 were just okay. I added 2 of them to my Spotify playlist of just, shit that I put on shuffle. So, yeah, I mean, John and I share pretty similar music tastes. We're pop punk boys, if you will. And yeah, they were really good. And then you gave me the homework of watching Luckiest Girl Alive, Mila Kunis movie on Netflix, which was very good. Not at all what I expected. Based on a school shooting, a survivor of a school shooting, and I was like, holy shit! I did not see that coming.
I didn't either. When I started,
yeah, I mean, it was so well acted, so just such a good story, and yeah, I loved it. It was a 90+% for me. Score
on the old Luca meter.
On the Luca meter, on the Luca critic. Yep.
Yeah.
So thank you for that. It was
good. Yeah.
well worth the hour and a half, 2 hours, whatever it was. Mitch, have you seen Luckiest Girl Alive?
Hadn't even heard of it. I'm gonna have to give it a go.
Yep. Yeah, it's just I don't even think it even came out in theaters. I think it was just a Netflix thing.
It's just a Netflix original, as a lot of movies now are.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you have any homework now?
I do. So, there's this little indie movie that I've been meaning to watch, haven't got around to it, and I just want to make it homework for both of us, basically, or all three of us. It started out as a YouTube series, I think, or little YouTube movies, but it's called Marcel the Shell with Shoes On.
I've seen these YouTube videos back in the
You
day.
have, haven't you? So Jenny Slate, money please, girl from Parks and Rec. She voices Marcel, and it just looks like the cutest little heartwarming story of it's all stop animation. It's all I don't know. It's just this indie little cute little movie. It's got like 99% on Rotten Tomatoes and stuff right now, and it's just I haven't heard a single bad thing about it. I think it's just a really cute little movie, and I want to check it out. I have no idea if it's streaming anywhere, so you might have to spend $3 on it or something like that. But yeah, that's my homework for all of us, because I haven't even seen it.
That's good. That's a good. That's good homework. Yeah, I remember watching those YouTube videos back in the day in like high school, and they were ridiculous and funny.
Yeah, I think they had to like basically penny pinch, because they've been wanting to do a movie forever, and it was just basically like we want to get this done, try to get the money to make it, and they apparently 2022 or 21, I'm not sure if it came out last year or not, but they got it done, and they made a full length movie.
Mitch, do you have anything that you want us to watch that we haven't seen? Because the only reason I ask you now is because I am still thinking.
Okay. So I have a few ideas. One of my new favorite comedies, I have two favorite new comedies, so you can pick one or both, whatever you want to do. The first one is Reboot on Hulu.
I've been meaning to check that out.
It's a new one. It's got Keegan-Michael Keyes, I think it's his name.
Right. Keegan-Michael Key, yeah.
Yep. Judy Greer, the guy from Jackass is in it.
Johnny Knoxville.
Johnny Knoxville. Yep, he's one of the main characters. Paul Reiser. It's about a show that ended in the 90s that is rebooted on Hulu, and so it's about bringing the cast back together, writing it, shooting it, and all of the stuff that happens with the cast while it's going on. It's filmed in the style of Modern Family, but without the interviews, so it looks like a documentary, but they don't do any of the interviews with the cast. So I've really enjoyed it. And the other one is Ghosts on CBS.
I've heard Ghosts is really good too.
I've gotten a huge kick out of that. It's got Rose McIver. She played the zombie on iZombie, and I don't remember her name. Otherwise, I'd name her. But it's got a really good cast of characters. So the main story is she inherits this manor from her grandmother or her aunt. I don't remember. And it's inhabited by a bunch of ghosts. And something happens, and she's able to talk and be talked to by the ghosts. But her husband cannot. So he lives vicariously through her, but she gets the craziness that comes with all the different ghosts, which comes from all periods of time.
Sure.
And there's a bunch of hijinks that happens. There's all sorts of in-jokes that come up throughout the show, and it's in the middle of its second season right now, and it's really, really funny. I recommend both of those.
If I'm not mistaken, I think that started out as a BBC show. I think
yes, that's still going.
Show. Okay.
Yep. And that, the original, which I haven't seen, that can be watched on HBO Max.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's kind of like it's an Office situation where it started off as a British show and America remade it. So
exactly.
But yeah, Rose McIver is great. I didn't watch a whole lot of iZombie, but I watched a few episodes, and yeah, she seems like a good actress.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. And thank you for going before me, because I'm still thinking about. Actually,
did it give you
hold
enough
on.
time?
No. I think it gave me plenty of time. Just to reference back to this show, I said I'm a mystery thriller guy, and one of the Michaels was in a mystery thriller. So I want you, Luke, to watch The Game.
The Game, okay.
With Michael Douglas. Now, I think, Mitch, by your smile, I feel like you've seen this.
I have. I don't remember when, so it might do me well to rewatch.
It's an older movie, but the whole premise is like he's unhappy with his life. Some guy who's like enlightened by this something that has happened, like comes to him and says, "Hey, you should do this thing," and he says he's skeptical, and he's like ultimately like, "Okay, I'll do this. I'll call this number and participate in this game situation," and then craziness unfolds, and I don't know. It feels great.
Okay.
I think you should watch it, and yeah. So that's my homework to you, Luke. Mitch,
right.
You've already watched it. You can watch it again.
Yeah, might have to.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So that was the SHAF Cast. Thank you, Mitch, for joining us.
Yes, thank you, Mitch.
Welcome.
It's been a fantastic time. All good things must come to an end. Thank you for watching. Please like the video, subscribe, click the bell, all the things.
Rate us on Spotify.
Yeah.
Comment on our Twitter, our Instagram, our subreddit. You know what, Phil?
That's right.
I'm even gonna give you a break. Just throw up them. I'm gonna make them bounce around the screen this time. Just throw them up on the screen.
Do you want them to do anything crazy?
I don't think so. I mean, whoa! Where did they go?
They just flew off the screen, is what they did.
That's it. That can't be too hard to edit, right?
We'll see.
Oh, they're back! Oh, they're attacking me! Oh, I'm taking them off! Oh, the lynx are attacking me!
So,
anyways,
that's right. That's right. The lynx attack Luke sometimes because Luke's an asshole. But thank you all for watching. This has been the SHAF Cast. Mitch, again, thank you for joining. Luke, fuck off. You've been watching the SHAF Cast, and it's been great. Like, hey, something happens here. I feel like this is a good point where it fades out, and then SHAF Cast that you like the outro happens.